Imagine living in a world where every force of nature had its own god. Storms, fertility, war, kingship, all controlled by different divine powers. That was the ancient world. What makes Israel remarkable is that it broke away from this system and introduced a radical idea. One God, not tied to nature, politics, or place, but a God who cared about justice, morality, and human behavior. That idea didn't just shape Judaism, it changed world history. This transformation didn't happen overnight. Israelite monotheism developed slowly, over centuries, shaped by historical events, crises, and religious reform. This timeline shows how Israel moved from a polytheistic environment to a fully developed belief in one universal God. Israel emerged in a deeply polytheistic world. In Egypt and Mesopotamia, gods represented natural forces, and religion existed mainly to preserve cosmic order. In Egypt, this balance was called ma'at, harmony, stability, and continuity. Religion wasn't about moral reform. It was about keeping the universe running the same way it always had. Israel challenged this entire worldview. Instead of many gods, Israel emphasized exclusive worship of one God through a covenant. This God acted through history, events like the Exodus, and demanded moral responsibility. History now mattered, and so did human behavior. Religion became ethical, not just ritual. At first, Israel wasn't fully monotheistic. Early Israelites shared beliefs with surrounding Canaanite cultures and worshipped Yahweh alongside other gods. Over time, prophets like Amos and Isaiah pushed back. They taught that God cared more about justice than sacrifice. The Babylonian exile accelerated this shift, forcing Israel to rethink its faith and focus on scripture rather than land or temple. The Dead Sea Scrolls show what monotheism looked like centuries later during the Second Temple period. Texts like the Community Rule describe one God who controls all forces, including good and evil. This reflects a mature form of monotheism, where nothing exists outside divine authority. These texts also show how central scripture had become to religious identity. Israelite monotheism introduced a revolutionary idea: morality as a religious obligation. The prophets argued that justice mattered more than ritual. These ideas shaped Christianity and Islam and influenced Western concepts of law, ethics, and accountability. The belief that rulers and societies answer to a higher moral standard comes directly from this tradition. In conclusion, the rise of Israelite monotheism represents one of humanity's most profound intellectual and spiritual achievements. From the polytheistic world of the ancient Near East emerged a vision of one God that would reshape human civilization. This was more than a religious change. It reshaped how humans understand justice, responsibility, and history itself.